What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all are now tuned in to Winners Talk with your man Vic the. We got special guests in the building today. What do we have in the building today?
What's up, y'all? I'm the real Mike B. I'm a South Central Pennsylvania native. Shout out to the Keystone State.
Shout out to PA, man. Y'all know what it is. They got some real artists out there. The real Mic Bee being one of them. Mic B, tell me something. I see you got bars, inspiration, and that you're very lyrical. Where does that come from? Tell me about that.
It's life, man. It's and pretty much like whatever beat I'm on. Like I hear the beat and I almost automatically know how I want to flow on this. Now I just find find what I need to say.
Okay, that sounds good, man. I checked out one of your songs, "Bad Guy." Take me to what you was thinking when you wrote that song. It seemed like you had a lot of haters, a lot of things you were going through at the time, and you was just like, "Fuck it, man. Let me just do me." And if y'all ain't, rocking with it, then like take me to where you was at mentally when you was writing that. What was you thinking about?
Well, my whole life, man, like I'm not playing a victim card, but like I've been like a target for bullies and I'm like if I've always been like that guy in the group where like I get that fucking jokes and all that shit, and everyone puts their attention on me for all the negativity. I'm like, all right, cool. So like I'm not doing it. Like I don't care what you guys say about me. Like my whole life, I've been writing, recording music since I was 16. I did my first song. I'm 30. I just turned 36 this year, man. I'm telling you, I've heard it all.
It seemed like that's where your mind was at then. It was like, man, F what y'all thinking. Look, I'm about to do me. I'm going forward with this music, and if y'all don't like it, hey, kiss my ass type mentality.
Like yeah, I'll be the bad guy in their story or anybody's story because they're clowns in mine. So it's all good.
I know that's right, man. Respect to that, man. Big ups to that, man. Um, all right, moving on. Who does your inspirations come from with music? Like, who do you like listen to when it comes to the inspiration for the real Mike B?
Man, nothing new, really. Um, Eminem, uh, Tech Nine's in there. Ice Cube, man. One of the first rap songs I heard was Ice Cube, "Good Day," and that's it's always been one of my favorite jams. Um, bro, there's a whole lot like Linkin Park, Metallica. Look, man, I'm pretty versatile. Like my playlist is nonstop with every genre.
And I can hear
Listen,
some. I can hear some of that in your music. I definitely can tell
yeah,
that you're very diversal with your music. You know, I can hear different maybe parts. I'm not saying that you sound like them, but I can hear the diversity of where you might have get some of your influences from too. Um, okay, so let me ask you this. I know that you got a lot of features. I don't know if we're like with friends or whatever, but or people that you know. But are you with a crew? Is there like a group of y'all, or are you on a solo mission right now?
nah, it's just me, man. Like, I collab with people. I have collab with some friends and some other artists who, like, just artists. We're not friends, but we built relationships. Um, but as far as that, nah. Rub It On Your Chest Productions is me and my wife. We got a couple of, loyal people.
All right, shout out to wifey too, man. I see her supporting you, man. I see her in the videos. She definitely got your back, man. So shout out to wifey, man. I see she's got your back, man. Strong woman holding you down, man.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, man. How do you feel about the industry? Like overall, like the industry.
Like, just the music industry in general.
Like how they like maybe like how they moving, like the people that they put out. Is it real hip hop? Is it not real hip hop? Is it garbage? You
Who
know,
am I? Like, I, that's just where it's at right now. Like in my eyes, that's where it's at right now. It's to the eyes or to the ears of the listener. You want to listen to that? That's cool. That's what's hot right now. That's all right. But that's not. That's I'm not trying to diss anybody, but I don't have like Kodak Black on my playlist or anything. Like, no disrespect to Kodak Black. I just, it's just not my vibe, and that's cool. Salute to them and their craft and what they're doing. I do my stuff a little differently, and that's, I'd still rock the stage with them. You're like, yeah, man, we'd have a good time. I'm just, you know,
Yeah, it's not for you, man. And it's not for a lot of people that grew up in the hip hop era. To me personally, they call hip hop like stuff like today, like Little Dirk and all that. And I don't think that stuff is hip hop, man. Hip hop was a way of life. It was about spitting bars, being lyrical, being different, being diverse. And I don't see a lot of the elements of the five elements of hip hop that's is missing in a lot of these rappers, so called rappers nowadays. It's just a different genre of I'm not even gonna say hip hop. It's just a different genre of music, you know, that they're pushing. But they definitely shouldn't call it hip hop.
everything's rap though. Everything. Country music is rap.
Yeah,
Rap in itself is RAP, rhythm and poetry.
yeah.
Every genre, every genre is a form of rhythm and poetry.
That's true. That's true. I do agree with that. I do agree with that, and I respect people's crafts when it comes to the rhythm and poetry because it's all different. Like I do kind of hear like even with you, I do kind of hear like a little country vibes, like in some of your songs too. Like I was
Bro,
listening.
I could just be like sliding through like YouTube or whatnot or anything, or somebody sends me a pack of beats and I'm listening. Like I'm not too picky on beats, but like if I fuck with the beat, I'm automatically with it. It don't matter if it's a country vibe or whatnot, but that's how I'm giving it. Like, and that's just me.
And that's good. That's good, man. Like that's how I kind of grew up. More like if it's a beat, somebody put on the beat, man. Like you hear what the beat is telling you, like, and you just spit to it, like whatever, let it go, get off. It's to me like some of these artists now are so picky, man. I've worked with artists and stuff like that, and it's like, well, I don't like this beat, or this beat ain't for me. It don't fit me, and I'm like, man, I thought you said you was an artist. You be spitting that stuff, man. I thought you was getting it. Like I could spit off anything, man. Like that's the type of you know that's the way I thought being a MC is anyway. But
And
some of these
that's another
artists
thing,
are picky,
like,
huh?
yeah. Well, that's another thing with the industry is like I've never been like signed into a big record label or not, so I can't say what happens and what doesn't happen. But I know that like you most of the time got to work with what they give you. And if you don't like what it is, then all right, you got to adapt to it.
Yeah,
So me being independent, if I don't like it, I don't got to fuck with it. Like
exactly.
that's
So that's definitely the route you plan on taking to stay independent, doing your own thing, doing your own shows, and that's the route that you plan on taking.
I had a homie who's I don't even want to put his affiliations or anything out there because I don't want it to seem like disrespect because he's a great dude. He makes beats for industry artists and still does and has in the past. But like he sent me a beat and I just like I said I wasn't vibing with it, man. And he his brother told me he's like man he kind of felt disrespected. And I was like, bro, look, there's no disrespect to it at all. I'm just like that's not my type of beat.
Right, right, right. Especially with
Hey, look,
industry stuff, man. Like I see it seems like it just want for you. It want for
I
you.
know what the beat was like. I know how the beat was telling me to be, but I'm just like, yeah, that's not me.
That's
I'm
not
not
your
doing.
that's not your style.
I don't have I'm not. I talk about what I talk about. I do my music. I do what I like. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I might have a cup of tea for most people. It's just because like everything's a little different. My engineer, my, he's not my engineer. He's private contractor again, but Sweet Pete, great guy. Sweet Pete Productions, awesome man, just great work. When I just sent him this last song to work on, he's like, "Yo, it's, what, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Your beat selection is crazy."
I know that's right.
So, like it made me feel good. You know, I like that some people like my music, but I like that some people don't like it as well. Like that's cool. Well, I'm at
Yeah.
the same like. It's right here, like these 5 letters. 5 years ago, they didn't really mean nothing, you know. Just rub it on your chest. It's like in life or anybody in it gives you shit. Rub that shit on your chest and keep going, man. February 18th next year, like coming up, I'll be 5 years off of a suicide attempt. I hung myself and it didn't work out. So here we are today. I was living in Maryland at the time. I moved back to Pennsylvania that day, and a couple of months later, I met my lady, and she pushed me into the studio, and we did that. Rub it on your chest. We made everybody rub it on their fucking chest. And,
I seen her in the video, and I was just like, yo, this is. I was wondering what that was. Like, I did her. I think she was talking with maybe one of her friends or girlfriends or something, and she said, "Yeah, rub it on your chest." And
uh, uh, that wasn't my lady. That wasn't my lady. My lady's the blonde. But those two people that were sitting there, that's great. Yeah, we called it rub it on your chest. First time I heard it, I was in the county jail. And I was playing cards, and someone's like, "What's up with that soup you owe me?" And someone's like, "Man, rub that shit on your chest." And I was like, "What the fuck did he just tell him to do?" You know? So it's always been something, like COs be like, lock in, and like, rub it on your chest, whatever. It's pretty much like a fuck you. We're gonna do what we do anyway. Um, so like my whole 20s from like 22 to 26, 27, man, I was in and out of jail on probation violation and shit. And then it was like I said, February 18, 2020, I made an attempt on my life just as shit's crazy, man. Like, there's no excuse, but like where I was in my life was a dark place. I just lost my mother, this lady I was with for the 3 years before that. We split up, and um, I just got like a leg was taken out of my head like 2 days before that. And that's not living down in Harford County, Maryland. But
shout out to you,
music.
man.
It's always been there, It's always been there, and it's and no matter what. Like I suffered an accident back in 2003. Like I got hit by a car, and I was riding my bike, and like I died. I was in a coma for a while. I was in a wheelchair for like. So I can't run or jump. I've got permanent brain damage. I've got fucking rods and pins and shit in my legs. So like I can walk and stuff, but I'm on a cane now. Mostly like when I'm out of the house and shit. Well, I don't get like I'm 36 and I've been like this more than half my life. So it's like, and nobody's ever really understood me. And it's like I've got a traumatic brain injury with like frontal lobe damage and shit. And I still don't like know what a lot of that means, but you know, I'm getting the help medically now that should have helped back then. Like I had a parental that didn't. As long as I was breathing, it was okay.
Right.
And you got appointments. We didn't do no physical therapy. We didn't do none of that shit. Shit. I was fresh home from the hospital in a wheelchair, and we got evicted. So we're in a homeless shelter. The same homeless shelter we donated back to with this music, through the past couple of years. But I'm getting picked up on the short bus to take me to school my freshman year in high school in a wheelchair from the homeless shelter. Like that's some humbling shit that didn't really humble me until a few years ago. I really, bro, after that shit happened, I sat down and I just analyzed everything that I could remember that ever went wrong and why and what I could have done differently. And, I don't dwell on that shit today because, I wouldn't be here if any of that shit didn't happen or happened differently. It's like, if you could go back, would you get hit by the car? Like, yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, man. Because if I don't, it's like, look, if I go back in time and I don't hold the door for somebody that I did
Right.
back then, I come back today, that might affect I might not have the family I have. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a firm believer of going through things in life and surviving and becoming stronger. Even with the things you've been through, it seemed the difficulties and things that the trauma that you experienced, that you still found some type of light to keep going and to keep pushing, even though those things could have took you out, or what I'm saying, you never gave up and you kept going, man. So, that's a blessing right there, man, that you you know that you're still here and making great music. because I can hear it. I can hear the pain. I can hear the the influence. I can hear the trauma, the things that you went through, the things that your past and your future in your music. You know, so and it kind of drew me to you. Like, man, what when I was writing my stuff, I was like, man, oh, this guy's really got a light to him that's bright, that says he's been through something. He has a story, you know. So, but I appreciate you, man. My last question, I wanted to ask you is there anything that you want to say to your fans, people that support you, or anything before we wrap it up?
No, I want to thank my wife first and foremost, Bonnie Love. Just for always holding me down and believing in me. Like for real. Like I've never had this amount of support from anybody my entire life. This is dope. It's truly my rock. Um, give it up to the God for you know, doing, whatever it is. I'm not here to say what it is, but there's something there. I know that for a fact. Like I was somewhere else, and I remember being somewhere else.
Right,
I
right.
rem- I remember where I was. So this is not it. I know that much. Um, to the fans, man, like keep rocking out with us, man. Keep rubbing that shit on your chest. It's more than just a song. It's a good motto, And when people say that shit to somebody, like when you want to tell someone to go fuck themselves, sometimes you're like, you know what? Rub it on your chest, man, and just walk away. You win and you leave them confused, and they look it up and they see me, and now they understand. Rub
Yeah.
that fucking shit on your chest. I don't care, you know. And to anybody that I don't like to bring a lot of negative to this positive lifestyle I'm doing my best to live. But to anybody hating, talking shit, dude, just keep doing your job. I appreciate it for real.
Yeah, man.
Word.
Shout out to the haters, man, because they don't do nothing but make us much greater, man. If they got a problem rubbing in your chest, y'all heard it first, man. What might
Hey,
be, you know what I'm saying? Where can we find your music at, might be?
oh, man, you can find me on all platforms. It's the real Mike B. It's all one word. There's no spaces, so it's THEREA or THEREALMIC, like a microphone, and then the letter B. And then you just Google it to show you whatever
Yep,
streaming platform you use. But yeah, man, haters, look, HATERS, having anger towards everyone reaching success.
yep.
Haters. Bam.
Haters. Y'all heard that, man. Don't
It's
hate.
like,
Don't hate.
yeah,
He said rubbing on your chest. Don't hate. Having anger
right.
towards everyone reaching success. Don't be a hater, but if you do, then hey, y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all ain't doing nothing but making them better, man. All right, is there anything else you want to say, man, before we wrap it up, man? It's been a pleasure having you, man.
Yeah, no, Vic, I appreciate you having me on here, man, definitely. And, I can't even remember how we came in contact, but I was just at first I thought it was like a spammer, because I get a lot of them, and every artist does. Hey, man, we can help you do this, and I'm a digital marketer and blind. Like, fuck, rub it on your chest, bro. It's like, you know. But I gave it a shot, and I was like, all right, bet this is a real guy. It's not a bot. Let's see what's up. So I'm fucking grateful that the universe works in a timely manner.
I know how it is, man. It is a lot of spam. It is a lot of spam up there. Everybody says they can do this. I've been through it myself. I'll tell you later on about what I do in the music in the music business. But I definitely know what you're saying. Like everybody's like, oh, I could do this. The next thing you know, they're like, oh, you got to pay this or pay that. I said, boom, I wanted to do this for free. I told them they can donate if they wanted to, but if they didn't have it, that's fine. We still want to do the interview. We still want to shine the light on people, man. And it was like, it's not, I don't want nothing out of this. I just want to really shine the light. I just want to have a true conversation with the artist, to sit down and talk to the artist to get their story, man. And that's what it's all about, man. It's nothing,
I
it's,
wish I could say that to my fellow artists. Listen, we're not in competition with each other. We got to make this a better place, all right? So, I mean, I'm not in competition with anybody but myself from yesterday, every day. That's facts. Secondly, Stop buying views, likes, all that shit. The math don't add up. We can see it. If you got a bunch of thousand views and like 2 likes and 1 comment, no, bro, we're not dumb anymore. Leave it the F alone. Let's be real.
Yeah, I seen a guy. I seen a guy the other day. I was looking at exactly that. He had 1 million views, right? I'm like, oh man, he got 1 million views. Who's this guy? But like the likes and the comments, he had like 2 likes, 3 comments. I was like, oh yeah, he definitely bought these views. You know, out of 1 million views, man, you should be having more than two likes and 3 comments. So you right about that, man. Just
Signed a label back in 2021 for distribution, and the only song they wanted to distribute was "Rub It on Your Chest." And I was like, okay, so we did that, and then stuff with with the "Rub It on Your Chest" video and all that started getting all funky. Like I was watching things go up and down, and so I said something, and I terminated the contract. Early there was no punishment or whatnot, but then they're like, all right, well, we're just not going to distribute you, but your contract has to run out for the year. And I was like, what the fuck? So I'm putting nothing else out. So we let that ride out, and then I took it down, put it back up. But like I left the video up, but I took the song down and then redistributed it through a new distributor. So
yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult with them situations sometimes. I've been in them myself, and some things work out, sometimes it don't, man. But you get, you know, it's a learning lesson. It's a lot to learn with the. Is you got the music and you got the music business, and music business is definitely a lot complicated, and with the contracts, reading over it, seeing what they saying, and you know,
oh yeah,
a lot of times that stuff do fall through. Like, it's somebody doesn't like something and it doesn't work out. And then you part ways. You know,
yo, it's Thursday, December 19th, 2024. ASCAP is free right now for your writers and publishers, for your pro. So go get your shit legit. You know, go get your work for you.
as
Make that shit work for you.
ASCAP is definitely something that you need to get. I could
ASCAP,
vouch for that.
I'm gonna ask him, but we got it when it was paid for, and I'm like, now it's all free, and I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah,
Whatever.
make sure y'all get your ASCAP. You have your BMI too. You can get your BMI, all that stuff, man. Get all your money. That's all your money,
Song,
man. That's all.
song
Huh?
MLC, that Song Trust, MLC, Sound Scan, all that shit, man.
Yeah, get all that, man. So that way you can collect all your money. Independent game is where it's at. I'll never tell nobody to go sign an industry contract, man, because it's 9 times out of 10 it's not there. Just keep working, pushing hard, get all your money, you know, and they'll help you get
I,
all your money, man.
listen, I will sign an industry contract if it's put in front of me, if it makes sense. If I can still own me, and I need this guaranteed money. Okay, I need guaranteed money, not like a little $40,000 sign-on bonus, and then you might make $1 million the next year or two. No, I need some guaranteed upfront,
Up front
and
money.
then we can run with it. And it's cool because like I'm in the space where I'm at now. If I'd have got if anybody would have approached me with a contract, or I was supposed to get like $250,000 from getting hit by that car. I didn't get nothing, nothing.
Wow.
We my parental never pursued it, and at the time I was able to. I wasn't of knowledge that I was, bro. I grew up with a head injury. Like it's still there, and it's progressive. So, um, I don't know. I might wake up one day and not know who the f I am. Like 51st dates, like
Right.
for real, like that kind of shit.
Right.
um, so we're gonna rock it out until we can. But if I would have got that amount of money back then, at that young age, I'd be dead or in jail, bro. So I'm grateful. But you give me that amount of money now, we're gonna fucking flip the tables and build some cool shit.
And that's what it's about, man. I can honestly say, like, I've touched some bread in my life too, but if I would have touched some, like, a higher amount, like some millions, I might not be here neither, man. Like when you're younger, it's a learning process when you're young because you do stupid stuff, man, and it could I lost my brother, man, like 2 years ago at 42. So he was out there doing dumb stuff, and he knew what it could cost him, and it cost him his life, man. He didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance to redeem himself this time. But rest in peace to HC3, my brother. But I'm still here. We're gonna keep pushing the music and everything, and keep rocking out. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Mike, it was a pleasure having you, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know where to subscribe at, man. Winners Talk. Y'all make sure to subscribe. Winners Talk. Vic the Vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you hit up the real Mic B. You know what I'm saying? Streaming on all platforms. And if you got a problem, rub it on your chest. Y'all know what it
Check
is.
some Vicks, breathe better.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Man.
Hold on.